I love that question because it really explains where we've gone wrong in the last like 40 or 50 years when it comes to our nutrition recommendations for diabetes and this restrictive approach that we have taken to demonize carbohydrates, which then creates carb phobia and a whole lot of confusion and crash dieting that contribute to these immense food issues that a lot of people with type 1 diabetes have. So what really needs to be understood is that when we eat animal fats, there's a saturated fat there that you do not find in plant food. And when we eat a lot of it, it does this thing where it clogs traffic in our bloodstream. So as we're eating carbohydrates and we're absorbing glucose, which is our number one source of energy, bottom line, there is no argument, glucose is our fuel. We are not a whole lot different from plants. We get our energy from food, their energy is from the sun. We break that down into chemical nutrients, vitamins and minerals, and we do something with it. So we've got these glucose molecules sitting in our bloodstream. Now we've got a lot of saturated fat in there, these little traffic particles clogging up the movement of glucose to the cell. And the little taxi that comes along to pick up the glucose is insulin. So if insulin's having a hard time getting through that traffic, our body will signal. So if you're someone that does not have diabetes and you make your own insulin, your body is saying, make more insulin, make more, make more, make more. Then we end up in this inflammatory state. So that's why we know if we clear that traffic for someone that has prediabetes or type 2 diabetes, that we can lower A1C and potentially reverse the condition. And they're going to feel like $1 million once they lower that inflammation, clear the traffic, get the fat out of there. And now they're full of vitamins and minerals and all this beautiful fiber. So that's called insulin resistance, when our body isn't working as efficiently as it should. And type 1 diabetes, insulin resistance is quite common. So the history that I just gave of foods that are low in carbohydrate that we're told to eat over and over and over again, this meat and cheese and like a list of sugar-free Jell-O and foods like that, there's going to be vegetables on that list. But leaning in to lots of meat and cheese and higher fat foods are also going to contribute to the resistance in a body with type 1 diabetes. And that research does certainly exist. And that would be why someone who maybe doesn't eat fish very often, eat any animal products very often, the minute they do, they may very well notice that the way it hits the gut, the way it's absorbed, the way that fat is deposited, and their body immediately has this reaction like, whoa, not fun. Don't do that to me again. You're going to need a lot more insulin to deal with this. So you're going to see your blood sugar go up really, really quick. You're going to go after it. You may end up taking more insulin than you need to. You're going to turn the corner and come flying right back down if you have type 1. So if we eat these slow absorbing carbohydrates, the fiber, the plant food, we end up streamlining our blood sugar so much better. It feels better. We get better results from it. And this is why we have the proof of what athletes can do on plants is they crush it.